Today our topic is, what does it mean to live a good life? A Stoic answer. To live a good life is something many people think about, but few truly understand. The Stoics, ancient philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, had a clear idea of what it means to live well. They believed that a good life is not about having lots of money, fame, or power. Instead, it is about living with virtue, wisdom, and inner peace. Let me explain this in simple terms. First, let's talk about what Stoicism is. Stoicism is a philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot control. The Stoics believe that the world is full of things that are outside our power, like the weather, other people's opinions, or even death. But they also believe that we have control over our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. This is the key to living a good life, focusing on what we can control and not wasting energy on what we cannot. So what does it mean to live a good life according to Stoicism? It means living with virtue. Virtue, in Stoic philosophy, is about being a good person. It means being honest, kind, brave, and just. The Stoics believed that these qualities are the most important things in life. They thought that if you live with virtue, you will always be at peace with yourself, no matter what happens around you. For example, if you lose your job, a Stoic would say that this is not within your control, but how you respond to it is. You can choose to be bitter and angry, or you can choose to be calm and look for new opportunities. The Stoic way is to choose the second option. Another important idea in Stoicism is the concept of Amor fati, which means love of fate. This means accepting everything that happens in life, whether it is good or bad, and seeing it as an opportunity to grow. The Stoics believe that everything happens for a reason, and even the hardest challenges can teach us something valuable. For example, if you get sick, instead of complaining, you can use this time to reflect on your life, appreciate your health when you recover, and become more empathetic toward others who suffer. This way, even the bad things in life can help you become a better person. Now, let's talk about emotions. Many people think that Stoics are emotionless or cold, but this is not true. Stoics do not reject emotions. They simply believe that we should not be controlled by them. For example, it is okay to feel sad when something bad happens, but we should not let that sadness take over our lives. The Stoics teach us to observe our emotions, understand where they come from, and then decide how to act. This is called emotional resilience. It means being strong enough to face life's challenges without losing your balance. One of the most famous Stoic practices is the premeditation of evils. This means thinking about the worst things that could happen in advance, so you are prepared for them. For example, imagine losing your job, your home, or even a loved one. By thinking about these things, you realize that you can survive them and that life will go on. This practice helps you become less afraid of the future and more grateful for what you have now. It also helps you appreciate the people and things in your life while they are still here. Another important Stoic idea is that we should not depend on external things for our happiness. Many people think that they will be happy if they have more money, a better job, or a bigger house. But the Stoics say that this is a mistake. True happiness comes from within. It comes from living a life of virtue, from being content with what you have, and from focusing on what really matters. For example, if you are always chasing after more money, you will never be satisfied because there will always be someone who has more than you. But if you focus on being a good person and helping others, you will find a deeper and more lasting happiness. The Stoics also believed in the importance of self-discipline. They thought that we should train ourselves to resist temptations and to do what is right, even when it is difficult. For example, if you know that eating too much junk food is bad for you, you should have the self-discipline to say no, even if it tastes good. Or if you know that you should study or work hard, you should do it, even if you feel lazy. Self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And the stronger it becomes, the easier it is to live a good life. One of the most important Stoic teachings is that we should not waste time. The Stoics believe that time is our most valuable resource, and we should use it wisely. Every day is a gift, and we should make the most of it. This means focusing on what really matters and not getting distracted by things that are not important. For example, instead of spending hours watching TV or scrolling through social media, you could spend time with your family, read a good book, or work on a project that makes you happy. The Stoics would say that wasting time is one of the biggest mistakes we can make in life. Another Stoic idea is that we should not compare ourselves to others. Many people feel unhappy because they are always comparing themselves to others who seem to have more or be better. But the Stoics say that this is a waste of energy. Everyone has their own path in life, and what matters is not how you compare to others, but how you live your own life. Instead of focusing on what others have, focus on being the best version of yourself. This is the key to true happiness. Finally, the Stoics believed in the importance of gratitude. They thought that we should be grateful for what we have, no matter how little it may seem. For example, if you have a roof over your head, food to eat, and people who care about you, you are already very lucky. Many people in the world do not have these things. The Stoics would say that we should appreciate what we have and not take it for granted. Gratitude helps us stay positive and focused on the good things in life, even when times are tough. In conclusion, living a good life, according to Stoicism, is about living with virtue, focusing on what you can control, and finding peace within yourself. It is about accepting what happens in life, learning from it, and using it to become a better person. It is about being disciplined, using your time wisely, and not comparing yourself to others. And it is about being grateful for what you have and finding happiness within, rather than in external things. The Stoic answer to the question, what does it mean to live a good life, is simple but profound. Live with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control, and you will find true happiness and peace. This is the path to a good life, and it is available to everyone, no matter who you are or where you come from.